buddy, I can't go. I'm watching the Orlando Wilson fishing show. I called a gal who was an angler and said, if I don't go fishing, I'll go out of my head. She said, I'm sorry, honey, I can't go. I'm watching the Orlando Wilson fishing show. So I parked my truck and I went back to my room, put up my feet, and then I turned on the tube. I can't go fishing, everybody I know is watching the Orlando Wilson fishing show.
Fishing with Orlando Wilson is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, America's best-selling line of trucks. When you need a truck you can lean on, nothing works like a Chevy truck. Zebco Quantum Motor Guide, the choice of serious fishermen. Red Man Chewing Tobacco. The Red Man reaction is satisfaction. The world's most advanced fishing lines. Ultra-sensitive prime and tough strand from DuPont. Orlando and country comedian Jerry Clower are together again. But today, instead of bass, the two are going after Jerry's favorite fish, bluegill and shell crackers, on Florida's big Lake Okeechobee. Lake Okeechobee is one of the country's best places to catch lunker-sized largemouth bass. But this lake, covering 700 square miles, is full of these scrappy members of the sunfish family. Throughout the South, bluegill and shell crackers are called brim, but Jerry Clower calls them perch. And since these are his favorite fish, he calls himself a perch jerker. Jerry is accustomed to fishing for bluegill in submerged treetops, but today, Orlando is showing him something new. They'll be fishing the shallow banks that extend far out into this natural lake. That's because this time of year, early July, the bluegills are on their nest in preparation for spawning. Biologists have reported as many as 300 nests in one 1,500 square foot area. Normally, nests are made 2 to 8 inches apart, averaging about 15 inches in diameter. They'll be using very small spinner baits, 4-pound test line, and light spinning gear. When we get back, we'll see how well these two perch jerkers do, and as usual, Jerry will have a couple of tall tales to tell.
Are you rolling? Are you rolling? Are you rolling for the judgment day? Orlando. Orlando.
Uh-huh.
I love you. I love your family. We friends, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
I can't lie to you. We ain't gonna catch no brim unless we get closer to the bank in a treetop and get us a cricket.
You think?
Woo, I don't have no faith in this, Orlando.
Well, Jerry, what we're doing now, we're out offshore like a half mile. And the water's down this year, and we're fishing over 1 foot to 3 foot of water. And these brim will find these sand ridges and spoil areas, and they'll make what's called spawning beds when they lay their egg.
Well, wait a minute now. Spawning beds, how do you know where they are?
Well, we'll see them. Now, I'm wearing these polarized glasses, and we're drifting across this flat. In a few minutes, we'll hit a little sandy area, and we'll see these round white beds.
Will these work?
Yeah, anything to cut the glare off of water, polarized works better. Now, I don't know whether them bifocals are going to work.
What does a bed look like?
A round white hole, and you'll see it just looks white under the water.
Uh-huh. And if you find one of them, kind of throw in that vicinity?
Right, that's exactly right.
All right.
Most time, you might find areas where you just have 1 or 2 beds, but a lot of times you'll find these beds so close together, it'll be just a big giant colony of them. Ooh. And they might be 1,000 brim.
Well,
or bluegill.
Well, the colony is what I'm wanting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Eee! What is that in your hand? What are you whirling there? Tell them about that.
Well, we're using spinning rods. Anytime you fish for brim, and you need to use light line, a spinning rod's a good bet. It'll handle lighter line easier. I missed one there, Jerry. Than just about any other kind of rod.
Well, do they all turn with your left hand? I'm right-handed.
There he is, Jerry.
Oh, wait. Have you got one? Have you got one?
Have I got one? Look at this. And this is what we call brim down in the South.
You mean we catching brim and there ain't no treetop?
That is a bluegill from right out of nothing.
Now, I believe I may be confused about the name of this lake. What lake are we on, Orlando?
Lake Okeechobee in South Florida.
Well, that's world famous, ain't it?
World famous.
Didn't
bass and, as you can see, big giant bluegill.
Didn't I read somewhere that this is the largest freshwater lake other than the Great Lakes in the whole United States?
Yes, sir. It is.
Ooh.
Jerry, got another one.
Bring him on in. I'm going to throw right back over
Boy,
now.
these things can really put up a
Look at that.
scrap.
Well, the lady that runs my house named Arletha, she claims that's the best eating fish in the world. What you got in your hand right there?
Yeah.
Orlando, the old buddies at home sitting around Thomas's bait shop wondering what you using fishing for these brim. How about telling them what we using here?
Well, we're using these little baits that look like a very small spinner bait.
Yes.
They got a little spinner on top and a little plastic jig on a little lead head at the bottom. Shaped a little bit like a safety pin, Jerry.
Yeah.
And we got a little split shot on the front. We got a little bit of wind today, and I'm trying to keep the bait down right on top of the bed. We're using 6-pound line. That allows the bait to sink a little quicker, and then really you'll catch a little more fish. The lighter line you can use, the better off you are.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Uncle Versi Ledbetter and his buddy Zeiss was brim fishing. Uncle Versi just got him a brand new set of teeth, and they was hurting his gums, and he eased them out and laid them down on the seat. And he sucked that cool air over them gums. It was so hot. And old Zeiss thought he'd play a joke on him when Uncle Versi wasn't looking. Uncle Zeiss took Uncle Versi's teeth and swapped with him, popped them in his mouth and laid his teeth down there. Directly, Uncle Versi reached and got his teeth, Orlando, and popped them in his mouth. He said, them teeth never did fit. Throwed them way off in the lake, and Zeiss spit his out. Orlando said, mine don't fit either. Orlando, I believe I got me one of them brim.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Not a
Come
real,
on,
a
darling.
real live one.
Ooh. Yes.
When I show you something
Boy,
interesting.
they'll cut a buck, won't they? Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that something? Now, Orlando, let me see if you've taught me anything. If he's got this black thing right here, he may be a bluegill.
Right.
But if he's got this blue,
Dark blotch.
dark spot right here,
Yeah.
he is a bluegill.
A bluegill.
Well, what areas do you find these? Are they everywhere?
Well, originally, Jerry, the bluegill were only found in the eastern half of the United States, but due to, pretty extensive stocking programs, you can find them in every state of the U.S. now, with the exception of Alaska.
How big does a fish get, Orlando?
Well, usually the bluegill doesn't exceed about 10 inches long, and seldom over a pound.
Yeah.
But now the world record is 4 pounds and 12 ounces caught in a lake over in Alabama. Can you imagine? Now that fish
Yeah.
right there weighs probably 12 ounces. And the one I got on here probably weighs 2 pounds, Jerry. We must be in a nest of them.
Amen.
Let me show you something else about these bluegills. Well, you'll notice when you pull them out of the water before the sun hits them that they have these little dark vertical bars. You see them here? And that usually indicates it's a Florida species. The Florida fish grow these little dark vertical bars on their side. You can usually tell a brim's from Florida if you see that. So if a buddy of yours comes home with a sack full of real big brim and tells you he caught them down at the lake, they got them bars on them, you know he done told you when he done been to Florida and caught them.
Yeah, okay. We'll chunk him right down in here where old Jerry's feet is, and I'll take him to Yazoo City, Mississippi, and scrape them scales off of him and put him in a big brown paper sack with a cup of meal in there and hold the top of that sack. Shake him good, then lay him in that oil, in that skillet. Oh, you bite into him, it'll make a puppy full of freight train.
Just about going straight downwind. I knew we'd get one off that bed then.
When you said a deep
I got
bed.
another.
Oh, hey, Ghost, look at your pole bend.
Well, that's a little bitty one. I'm ashamed to drag
Well,
this
don't
one in
even
the
bring
boat.
him
You
up.
won't
Just
tell
leave him
nobody
down under that.
you won't tell nobody I caught one this little, will you?
No, I won't. Throw him back.
I think I will.
Orlando,
Yes, sir.
last time I was on your show. Ooh, look at him. Look, go ahead, Jerry. Come on in there with him. I'll finish that sentence in a moment. Good gracious. Oh, look at that scowl. He fighting.
You know, if we were using a lighter action rod than these things could really put up a good battle.
Say if nothing. It couldn't be no better than this. Woo, did you see me drop that in that well? Splash that water. I don't want it to bend no more than it's bending. This is as much fun as I want. Because after all, I've never caught a brim unless I had a cane pole and a cricket and chunked it way out there, and that thing would go zzz, 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 and you'd fight him, and he'd be about half that big. So I'm thrilled over fishing with Orlando on Lake Okeechobee. You see any beds up there, Orlando?
No, not right now, I don't, Jerry. We'll drift across another stretch of them here in a minute. We've got a little bit too much wind today, Jerry. These beds are running more or less east and west, and the wind's blowing north and south, so we don't stay in them very long. And if you run a trolling motor, you spook them. So we just have to drift across these strips.
See one of them big balled up beds, just anchor. See, I tied to a tree, just catching brim my way.
You know, there's a lot of fish out in the big water of these lakes people overlook.
Well, I would overlook them because I didn't think brim got over 30 feet from the bank.
I got one there, Jerry.
What?
Look at that thing. A little bitty one. Now, this is a male, Jerry. The male bluegill has an orange belly, a copper, orange-colored belly, and the female will usually have a yellow belly.
Well, while that female is struggling and tending to business, laying them eggs, what does that old male do? What does that old male do? Just swim around looking or what?
Well, he guards the nest.
Guards the nest? What's he keeping away from the nest?
Well, he guards the nest. He moves around and guards the eggs to keep other fish from eating them.
I see.
And he sweeps the nest, he guards the nest, and then he guards the fry till they get up to a certain size. The female just comes in, deposits the eggs, and leaves out.
I got him, Orlando.
All right.
I got him, son. Ooh. Man, I catch
what a good one.
Now,
really, that's nice brim.
I catch a brim like that when I was a boy. I couldn't have stood it. I couldn't have stood it. Oh, Orlando. I like this.
You got a nut?
Yeah, I like this. I like this. Come on in here, baby. Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Boy, those are big brim.
Boy, and they pretty, ain't they?
Yeah, man. Now, those brim will weigh a pound.
Yes,
Some
sir.
of those will weigh 1 pound.
Pan fries. No, pan size. Ain't that what you said?
Pan size.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I missed one there, Jerry.
I'm going to put it right over yonder across one of them big old beds. Yeah. You got one, Wilson?
There he is, yeah.
Come on, Wilson.
Look at here. Boy, this must be a big one. Look at that.
Nice brim.
Whoa. He hit that thing as soon as he hit the water, Jerry. I just landed right on the edge of a bed there, and he ran out there and got that thing. You know, the bluegill, unlike the bass and smallmouth, will eat during the spawning process. Old bass and smallmouth, the largemouth smallmouth bass won't. They won't eat when they're on the bed. I got another one off the same bed. Oh, this is a good one. Here, look at this. Oh, he ain't big. I guess he just came up top of the water there. I thought he was
big too.
Well, I mean, I thought he was real big.
Well, they ain't gonna get much bigger than that.
Yeah. They're casing pretty good down here.
Isn't this a series of beds right here, Orlando?
Yeah,
Right
there's
there?
a whole colony of them, yeah. I missed one, Jerry. Dang on, they're hitting so light, I think they just run up and grab the tail of the thing, you know, sometimes.
Orlando, darling.
What it is?
Let me show you this old brim I done hooked up. I throwed right across the bed, and I watched that scoundrel follow.
Did he get up on it?
I watched him get up on it and follow. Look at that.
Boy, that's a big one.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Nice
fella.
one.
Look at that. You know, them crappie, you can put your hand in your mouth and undo them. But this in here, you can't. Look at that. Look at that.
Uh-huh. Don't squeeze it.
What's happening? I squeezed
Go
that
ahead,
fish.
put him on the live well. I wondered why you came to the front of the
Who's
boat.
the big expert? Explain to the people what's happening.
The people probably know what he's doing. Ooh, that's a good one.
There's old brim.
Jay, I wouldn't have done that to you.
Are you gonna use that?
When I come to one of your concerts, I'm gonna bring a chainsaw.
Okay. Oh. Here we go now. Watch it.
Getting out of the bed area a little bit again. Tell you what, those things sure do hit light, don't they? Barely detect a strike. That's another good thing about using light line and a good premium quality light line and spinning rods. They're just more sensitive. And the most common mistake people make in fishing for brim is using too heavy a line. That's a little bass, Jerry. Look at that.
A little bass.
Yeah.
The doggone.
Out there cruising, I hear nothing. A little less than 2 pounds, wouldn't you say?
I would think so. Orlando, I have done caught another one. I really have. And he cuts a buck. Now, you know, that really smoked it. Some of them just kind of grab it and just want to swim off with it. But that one smokes it. Whoo, shoot this thing. I fished with a fella in Yazoo City, Mississippi named Judy Bonney. And we got a old buddy named Crow, and if a perch really pops his, he said, oh, he smoked it. Look at that, nice little perchy. Nice little perchy. Come to old Papa, and I'll put the cornmeal around you and eat up on you. Orlando.
Uh-huh.
When I was a boy, we'd go to the river and set out hooks. We'd actually take a little old hook in a wasp nest. Am I talking over your head?
No, I've done it.
We'd drop a wasp nest and get that little worm out of there. And we catch a few brim to use as bait to catch them big old catfish. So brim can be used to catch to eat. They can be used to enjoyment, or you can catch a few brim. Hey, I think I went fishing one time on Percy Priest Lake for rockfish, and I think we used brim to catch them, didn't we?
Well, Jerry, I tell you, a lot of states don't allow you to use brim or panfish for bait.
Well,
to
if
catch
Mississippi's
bass
got
or
that
stripe.
law, I didn't do that.
Well,
I'm sorry. I don't remember what state I was in. I really don't. Orlando. Orlando.
Uh-huh.
This and hit it when I throwed it way out yonder over a bed. Hey, you don't like being caught. Hey, darling, come here. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? Would you look at that? God bless you, Ted Turner, wherever you are. Woo-hoo! I love it. Orlando. Orlando.
Yes, sir.
I've heard some wonderful things about Mr. and Ms. Wood that make these Ranger boats. You know, I do commercials. You do commercials for them. I do commercials for a good old boy named Sonny. Sonny's Barbecue. And him and his wife are just super folks from Gainesville, Florida. And he's a big fisherman. I want to get Sonny and his wife, Lucille, with Mr. Wood. What's Mr. Wood's wife's name?
Nina.
Nina. Ain't that pretty? I want to get them four together and us eat barbecue and talk about boats sometime. Can we do that?
Well, I think Mr. Wood would be glad to.
Did you tell Mr. Wood that I'm a little hurt that he ain't designed no perch jerking special boat?
Well,
Is he thinking about it?
Well, Mr. Wood has sent word by me to Jerry Clower that he is going to start making a perch jerking boat.
Tell Mr. Wood I'll be glad to be used as a consultant to design the perch jerking boat.
Jerry, I appreciate you coming all the way down from Yazoo City, Mississippi to be on the show with me.
My pleasure. Had a super diner whopping time. I look forward to doing it again.
Well, as Mel Tish would say, I hope you do soon.
Wanna go fishing with Orlando?
Fishing with Orlando Wilson has been brought to you by Chevy Trucks, America's best-selling line of trucks. When you need a truck you can lean on, nothing works like a Chevy truck. The world's most advanced fishing lines, ultra-sensitive prime and tough strand from DuPont. Orlando and country comedian Jerry Clower are together again. But today, instead of bass, the two are going after Jerry's favorite fish, bluegill and shell crackers on Florida's big Lake Okeechobee.
Everybody, I can't go. I'm watching the Orlando Wilson fishing show. I called a gal who was an angler and said, if I don't go fishing, I'll go out of my head. She said, I'm sorry, honey, I can't go. I'm watching the Orlando Wilson fishing show. So I parked my truck and I went back to my room, put up my feet, and then I turned.
Lake Okeechobee is one of the country's best places to catch lunker-sized largemouth bass. But this lake, covering 700 square miles, is full of these scrappy members of the sunfish family. Throughout the South, bluegill and shell crackers are called brim. But Jerry Clower calls them perch, and since these are his favorite fish, he calls himself a perch jerker. Jerry is accustomed to fishing for bluegill in submerged treetops, but today, Orlando
turned on the tube. I can't go fishing, everybody I know is watching the Orlando Wilson fishing show.
Fishing with Orlando Wilson is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, America's best-selling line of trucks. When you need a truck you can lean on, nothing works like a Chevy truck. Zebco Quantum Motor Guide, the choice of serious fishermen. Red Man Chewing Tobacco. The Red Man reaction is satisfactory. Is showing him something new. They'll be fishing the shallow banks that extend far out into this natural lake. That's because this time of year, early July, the bluegills are on their nest in preparation for spawning. Biologists have reported as many as 300 nests in one 1,500 square foot area. Normally, nests are made 2 to 8 inches apart, averaging about 15 inches in diameter. They'll be using very small